Good evening and welcome to live coverage of this under-21 international friendly at Essen. It is a big one between the Germany side, who are the under-21 European champions, and France under-21. So, of course, this is preparation for the upcoming Euros in Italy in June, and a friendly between two heavyweights and massive rivals. Let's listen to the anthems. So first of all, the France national anthem there. Now for the home side, Germany coming up. So then, let's get underway with this under-21 international between Germany and France. Both teams have named very strong lineups. Stefan Kuntz, the coach for Germany, here's the lineup, has named Müller in goal for his debut. And as you can see, there's a strong Hertha Berlin influence in there with Mittelstädt, Meyer and Torun Ariga in there. And lots of experience with the likes of Dahoud, Neuhaus, Henriks, Öztun Ali and Amiri. So looking forward to seeing how this team fits together. As for France, they have a big Lyon and Bundesliga influence with the likes of Dortmund's Diallo in there. And a couple of players from the likes of Mainz and Leipzig with Niakate, Mukiele, Kunate, Torre of Eintracht Frankfurt, and Mateta, who is on the bench, also of Mainz. So danger man for France tonight is obviously Moussa Dembélé, the Lyon player, playing up front with his club teammate Terrier. As we see the two captains going through the pre-match ritual here, it's Baumgartel for Germany and Diallo for France. And the Swedish refereeing team hoping for no real problems tonight. So this is ideal preparation then for both teams. Germany drawn with Serbia, Austria and Denmark in the upcoming championships. For France, it's Romania, Croatia and England. And this is a great test for Germany, with France being ranked second in the world currently. Germany, despite their European title, down in 16th at the moment, as there you see the France lineup. Toussaint and Aouar in the middle as well for Lyon. We'll look to try and outpass Germany here, and this should be a very exciting game of football. Both teams do seem up for it. And exuding calm as well. So it looks as though it's going to be Luca Waldschmidt of Freiburg to get us underway here with the kickoff for Germany, the home side. Looking to entertain the fans in the Essen Stadion this evening. And away we go. It is Germany then, kicking from left to right. It's the classic kits as well. Black and white for Germany, and the tricolour for France here. So Baumgartel, the captain. Infield to Anna Meyer. And Torajega. It looks as though we're going to see a lot of passing in this game. Two cultured teams here who like to get the ball forward on the ground, although a poor pass just out of play there from Öztunali. Early doors here as Stefan Kuntz looks on. Took over in 2016. And has led his team proudly to the Euro Championships. Now it's the chance for France to get some possession here. Getting the ball forward for Toussaint now down the right-hand side. Just blocked there was Bamba. And the ball just looped forward there. That should be easy enough for Meyer to pick up here. And the ball launched forward for Müller. As I said, it's his debut for the Mainz man after a very impressive season so far in the Bundesliga for him. As both teams just trying to get into the flow of the game here early on in the match. All there towards Ikone. Trying to hold the ball up here. And just hacked away. It's an experienced lineup for Germany tonight. Plenty of Bundesliga appearances amongst these players. That's just trying some skill there. The French player Bamba again. Oh, some misplaced passes here. This finds its way to Waldschmidt, and the ball into the channel here, and the defenders missed it. It's got to be a goal, and it is. The early goal coming for Öztunali on 2.5 minutes. Well, a real mix-up there from the French back line. Let's have a look here. They were on the attack. The ball just not quite dropping for them. And then once Waldschmidt here with a lovely touch around the corner. Gets going and looking for the rampaging forward there, Öztunali. The goalkeeper, Bernardoni, completely left on his own one-on-one. And it was easy for Öztunali just to slot home here, as the defence were totally caught out. So a bright early start then from the Germany under-21s. Just to settle any nerves here of the young players. It looks as though there's just a player down here. I think it's Aouar. And that is a worry here for the coach, Sylvain Ripoll. You can just see on the sidelines. It looks okay to continue. So France then behind. We've only played 4 minutes here. As Dembélé tries to keep possession. And this is Diallo, who has been absolutely superb for Borussia Dortmund, keeping his team top of the Bundesliga for a large portion of the season. He's also been forced to play out of position at left back and done it supremely well as Dahoud hits the ball out towards the left-hand side here. Some neat passing from these players. They look well drilled under Stefan Kuntz. Oh, the player's just keeping it out the back here. Arne just leaving it there for Müller. Now Dahoud. Nice and tidy, as you would expect from the Dortmund midfielder. Loads of experience for a player at this level. Mo Dahoud has played his part as well in Dortmund's rise to the top. As here they come, flying forward again. It was Henriks leading the charge. And he wants the corner, and he's shocked that he hasn't got it. Ballo-Touré just getting it away from him. As here's the goal again. It's Waldschmidt who manages to pick out the run there. Ballo-Touré completely misjudging it, sliding in too early, and that allowed Öztunali just to ram the goalkeeper and slot home. Well, not the greatest of starts to the game there for the young defender. Although here he comes, trying to get at Henriks here. Looks like that could be quite a good battle on this near side. As increasingly, Aouar is getting treatment on the sidelines, incidentally. And they will have to be replaced. They won't want to risk him on the bench. Maybe an ideal player to bring in. As we see where he got injured here, just being caught by Neuhaus in the centre of the park there. I think in the build-up to the goal. And Lyon will not want their coach here, Ripoll, to use him any more than they need to. Mensch Gondouzi could come on for them, the Arsenal midfielder. So Maxime Lopez perhaps as well. As Germany really have come into this game with their tails up, keeping the ball away from France. Not a lot of closing down or pressing on the ball from the French team at the moment. This is Neuhaus, a lovely ball out to the right for Henriks, who's again got the run on the defender. Now Dahoud trying to play the 1-2. That's brilliantly done. It would have been a sensational goal. Well, some cracking play there from the German under-21s again. Absolutely brilliant. The Slick 1-2. Playing in Mo Dahoud, and that's the first corner of the game. All just turned away by Paul Bernardoni. Now the corner coming in, 10th minute here. And the ball fired in, and again the goalkeeper denying. And over the bar in the end. It was Amiri absolutely firing that one in. Brilliant effort from the corner of the box. Well, the chance is coming thick and fast here. Oh, that's lovely play. Great ball out towards this left wing, and the deflected cross could have been tricky for the goalkeeper there, Müller. Right on 10 minutes. Came off Henrik's last. Müller looking to impress on his debut here. Incidentally, we've got another chance for debuts here. Joha on the subs bench. As the attack just building there down the left, but well away in the end by Torunariga. Nice and alert defending from the Hertha Berlin player. And getting it back. Bit of a risky pass back there, in fact. But Müller dealing with it really well. And that was Aouar, who looks as though he's fit and firing again after that bit of treatment on the sidelines. And looking to play the 1-2 down that left-hand side. Terrier, though, covered by Henriks. And this has been an excellent start to the game. Now France just starting to settle after the early blow of going behind to Ustunali. And maybe those shots in quick succession from Dahoud, Amiri and Neuhaus, the wake-up call they needed. Long throw in here, back to Mukiele. Field here for Diallo. Now Aouar, who is the man who can clip it over the top here, but just the offside run there, I think, from Dembele. The flag raised immediately. I think it's the former Celtic forward. Playing for Lyon. Stefan Kuntz looking nice and relaxed here. He said that this next week is a big test for his boys. Tonight against France, and then on Tuesday in Bournemouth against England. As the ball just loosely given away there, and one back immediately. That's the kind of pressing that Kuntz will like to see. And Ustunali is away again here down the right-hand side. Trying to get to the byline this time. Feeds the ball in. And it's Diallo who gets there and can't quite stop the corner. Well, again, wonderful pace shown there from Ustunali. And it's been a really hard match so far for Ballo-Touré. Well, Well, the big guys are all up there. Baumgartel, the captain, will be looking to seal the second goal of the game here for his team. In comes the outswinging corner. And fired back in. And, well, relatively easy that time for Bernardoni. Well, looking for the handball, perhaps, but the defender there, absolutely no idea what was behind him. It was Mukiele who was risking it. As again, looking for that little clip ball over the top. He does like those. Not working so far against this towering German defence of Baumgartel, Meyer and Torunariga. As we see there, Amiri, who's already tested the goalkeeper. As we tick over 15 minutes played. And they have flown by so far. As that one's launched forward towards the chest there of Diallo, and he's allowed it to get away from him. Ustinali again, out to Henriks. They look to have built up a fine relationship so far as the ball is fed in. Goes all the way across goal. Now back for Dahoud, looking for the perfect goal here, and they've almost got it, Germany. Absolutely sensational play again. But why didn't they get the shot away earlier? Fantastic stuff from Dahoud. He loves these little 1-2s inside the box, and it was Waldschmidt this time denied by the keeper Bernardoni. A right mix-up again from France. Well, Bernardoni so far has been well worked in this game. And for Nîmes in the French league. This ball is looped in this time. That's not really the best of balls for France, not with that tall defence, as I said, and Florian Müller in this kind of form, just easily plucking it out of the air. As this could already have been 3 or 4-0 for Germany. We haven't seen any chances as yet for France, even though they have just started to come into it. Baumgartel out to Henriks again. This is one-way traffic at the moment. Now Dahoud. Lovely ball for Ustinali to pull the trigger, and just wide. Well, my word, when are they going to make it 2-0 here, Germany? Let's have a look from behind. The goalkeeper had just left it for dead. Was just hoping it wasn't creeping inside that post. Referee seeing the infringement in the centre there from the striker Waldschmidt. This is Konate looking for the ball out wide right, and that's a poor one really towards Bamba. Looking for a little bit more pressure there. Mukiele, I think it was, trying to go in hard. As we're into the 20th minute, it is 1-0 to Germany. The early goal from Ustinali, the first chance we had in the game. Gifted to him, really, by Ballo-Touré. And since then, Germany really putting their stamp on the game and dominating this one here in Essen. Here is Waldschmidt again, taking the ball on the run, finding Dahoud. Out wide left, the ball fired in, across goal again, back by Henriks. And it looks as though the shot's going to rain in again, and it's the goalkeeper, Bernardoni, who is surely, for the French, the man of the match so far. It was a terrific effort, fired in. So Mittelstädt with that effort. Just allowing the ball to come down and then thumping in the drive. And here's the Hertha Berlin player. As France are absolutely pinned back at the moment. Germany winning the ball again there. Possession just gifted to them. France barely getting into the final third, and this is a great confidence boost for the Germans coming towards the Euro Championships in Italy. There's Amiri deciding to go on the run there. And brought down by Konate. Leipzig youngster. And here for his first cap on the 21 level. Well, the pressing from Germany really impressive, and Dahoud making a run down the right-hand side here for Henriks, who plays in France with Monaco. As Dahoud picks out the ball there and headed away by the centre-back again for France. Neuhaus. And the ball out for Henriks again. He's such a great outlet here tonight, the right back. And brings down Ballo-Touré as those two continue to have a real battle. So we're midway through the first half here, and Germany holding all the aces. A goal to the good and flying forward whenever they can. There's some lovely skill, this time from France on the byline. Well, finally, Ikone managing to get away from the defender there, but couldn't find the ball in. Was a little bit half-hearted, in fact, as he tried to pick out one of Dembélé or Terrier. At the moment, Dembélé is completely left up front on his own. A rather isolated figure, which is in complete contrast to Waldschmidt of Germany. He's got plenty of support from Öztunali and Amiri, and even Dahoud, Neuhaus and Mittelstedt joining him up there whenever they can. This is Mittelstedt, who is one of the players who has tested Bernardoni. And the goalkeeper is the man who's keeping the French side in this game so far. There's Diallo clipping the ball away, up for Aouar. Out to the right for Mukiele. And finally, perhaps Dembele has a chance to hold the ball up here. The ball finds its way out to the right. It's thumped in again. And the ball pinging around in the box there. But no one able to take real control of it for the French. As they're starting to find their rhythm again here. On 25 minutes, it's lifted forward this time. That was Terrier who couldn't get there. And that is very, very poor. This time from Aouar. Well, they're looking to increase their range of passing here, France. Just for now, pinning back Germany, and that's the first chance of the game for them. 26 minutes in. Header well over from Dembele. The signs here that France can cause problems for this Germany back four. Back three, in fact, as they're playing, as the ball is thumped in here. And I think a lot of the crowd thought that was in from Aouar. Well, suddenly, France have upped it, gone through the gears. And here they go again, and just over the bar. Was a rising effort there. Really vicious from Terrier. Oh, two shots in the space of a minute now. Oh, one goal never enough in football, and Germany perhaps wishing that they had taken those myriad of chances that they've had, that they've been denied by Bernardoni, because suddenly France making a real game of this now. Not exactly testing Müller at the moment, but getting closer and closer to goal. Again, and that's lovely defending. And then in the end, the foul coming in from Torunariga. And he was disappointed with himself, the big man. And he couldn't just play the ball upfield as a man on the overlap here again for France. The ball is picked out on the edge of the box. It's deflected, and that's fantastic stuff from Müller. Great save. It was Ikone who had just held his run here. You can see this doesn't look as though there's a lot of players coming in. I'm sorry, it's Terrier with the eventual effort, which was deflected. Oh, Terrier just starting to find his shooting range now. Well, the first corner then for France is bobbling around again. And at the moment, it is France who are now on top. This game has completely switched around. I'd have to say the first 25 minutes or so, absolutely dominated by Germany. Could have been 3-4 up in that time, but now France fighting back, making a real fist of this one. And there's Mukiele, and disappointed there. It was he who set up that chance, and look at that great save from Müller. Ball just bouncing up lovely for the strike from Terrier. And Stefan Kuntz will be worried that his team have lost control of this one, as Terrier again heading over the bar this time, getting the chance to draw his team level. Although he would have been offside anyway, surely the flag was raised. But a terrific reaction here from France, and a big test now for Germany in the defensive area of the pitch. And these two old rivals are now going at it hammer and tongs. This is what we want to see. As Baumgartel just fancied a little roam forward there from the back line, brought down by Aouar. And Rapal there, probably wondering how his team aren't level after those shots. 5 shots in about 3 or 4 minutes. Tonali finding Henriks with a clever back heel, and we're in here surely for the second goal, and indeed it is 2. Terrifically taken by Mittelstedt, and that should calm any nerves that Germany have had the last couple of minutes. Fantastic stuff as Mittelstedt arrived right on cue. So let's have another look here. It's set up by Tonali, and Henriks combining down the right. The ball going all the way across the 6-yard area. They couldn't cut it out, France. Well, from here you'd think that Germany can keep hold of this win here in this friendly. Mittelstedt making a real press here for his claims to stay in the team. Should do on this performance. As at the moment in the preparation for the Euros in summer, it looks as though Germany are further along as a gelled team. They look much more of a fluent side than France at the moment, who have a number of great individuals with the likes of Dembele and Aouar, but not quite functioning as you'd imagine they could do. Here they come again, Germany. That will be another lift for them to go 2-0 up on 31 minutes. I'd have to say, a deserved lead as well. It was slightly against the run of play after France had come back into things. But certainly after that opening 25-minute spell, Germany should be, by rights, 2 or 3 up. Goals coming in from Tonali and Mittelstedt. As we see Diallo here, who has been unflustered in the Bundesliga, but maybe given the runaround tonight by these young, dynamic German players. He does like the ball out, the long diagonal ball from defence. Not seen too much of that from him tonight. As Dahoud Trying to pick out Henriks again, who's breaking his neck to get down that right-hand side. Now Waldschmidt dropping very deep. Trying to time his run correctly. As that's just given Ustinali a little bit too much to do there. Now Dembele. Just over 10 minutes to play in the first half here. And it's cracking stuff for Germany. That's not quite finding their rhythm as Moussa Dembele here. Well, it's a lovely run from him. Can he find space for the shot? The ball is returned to him by Terrier. And a lovely tackle coming in. Superb from Meyer, just sticking with him despite all those tricks and flicks that the Lyon man was providing us. There we see some more calm defending. That was much better from Konate. And now out to the right for Mukiele. Bamba just trying to link up with the overlapping right back. And that's a clever ball out to the right here for Ballo-Touré, who's just gone quiet the last 10 minutes or so as his team have improved and then let in that goal, in fact. Haven't mentioned him. He had a lot to do in the opening 25 minutes. As Konate just sent back to retrieve the ball here. And forward for Toussaint. And there we see that diagonal ball I was talking about from Diallo. Just floated out towards the right-hand side. Ball in. And touched in towards Terrier. It's all a little bit narrow on this left-hand side for France at the moment. A lot of the width provided on the right. And like some Mukiele. As we see a lovely little run coming in here. And again, Müller called into action. Great stop there from Bamba. Just firing in the left-footed effort on 37 minutes. Oh, plenty of highlights in this first half. Only 2 goals to show for them. And it's been a very entertaining first 45 for sure. As that's an easy take there for Müller. Just making sure he didn't let the ball slip out of his grasp there. As Ikone was closing in. It's not just quite clicking for France at the moment, whereas for Germany, flowing football all over the field. And we've got just coming up towards 7 minutes to play here in this first half. And that's more clever play from Ustinali to release Neuhaus again. He looks up, he delivers the ball. Diakate with the header away. And then Mo Dahoud looking for the first-time ball out towards Amiri, the Hoffenheim winger. Just overcooking it, though. As here we see the replay of the second goal. It's Henriks just rolling the ball across the 6-yard box there. Mittelstedt timing his run perfectly, and you can see the reaction there from Bernardoni. He has kept his team in this game so far, and they still find themselves 2 down. It could have been much worse if not for him. There's Dahoud here. Just keeping it simple that time. And that's a lovely ball out to the left, just sprayed there by Baumgartel. Coming away with it. Flicked over the top towards Ustinali, and he's just offside there. And at the moment, you'd have to say that Germany home and host in this game. Of course, it is a friendly, and that does mean that both managers, Stefan Kuntz and Sylvain Ripoll, will make changes in the second half, probably wholesale changes as well. And that could upset the rhythm. Or indeed, the fresh legs could help out, you never know. But as it stands, this is a great result so far for the German under-21 national side. 2 up, and we haven't even got to half-time as they look to defend their crown in summer in Italy. Interestingly, France last won the Euros at this level in 1988. They came second in 2002, but since then have barely qualified even for the tournament. Seem to prefer the Toulon tournament, which they host. As Tonali just coming away there from Diallo, showing great pace here down the right-hand side. Flicking the ball in for Waldschmidt, who's brought down, is he? No, says the referee, was looking straight at it. Well, it might be worth having another look at that as Waldschmidt went to pull the trigger as it was flicked towards him. Coming in was Diallo. And I think that's a fair enough challenge. Waldschmidt kicking the ground, and the Swedish referee this evening, Glenn Newberg, was right there on the spot as well. And here come Germany again into the final third. Can they find the ball for Waldschmidt? Almost. So close. I think if it had just made contact with the ball there, the Freiburg man, it would have been 3 to the good for Germany. The ball just deflected off the defender on that left-hand side. That's what took it away from him. As we see his initial chance there where he was looking for a penalty. As the Essen crowd here being treated to an excellent performance from the home team. This is Dahoud, just looping one in. Denied there by Ballo-Touré. Amiri. Amiri passing the ball on for Mittelstedt, who got the second goal of the game. As we've got 2 minutes left before half-time. And it should be a very happy dressing room for the Germany under-21s. I think Stefan Kuntz will want more of the same. Might just freshen it up with a couple of new faces. As it was Tonali out for Hendricks. That was Tonali again, but he was just strayed offside there. Let's have a look here. Just in behind Diallo. Yeah, Diallo just holding his ground to play the winger off. But for Sylvain Ripoll, this could be a big 15 minutes for him. His team not really pressing as they should, sitting off Germany at the moment. And, well, other than a flurry of chances between the 26th and 28th minute, not really threatening the Germany goal. Despite all the talent they've got up there, they haven't really got Moussa Dembélé involved in the game at all. Terrier has been a threat, but not as threatening as the likes of Öztunali, Waldschmidt, Mittelstedt, Amiri, Neuhaus, Dahoud and Henrichs. Almost playing like a front seven, Germany. They've got bodies breaking forward whenever they can. We're into the final 30 seconds of this first 45. I don't think the ref's going to add on too much time added on. We haven't had any stoppages, really. Maybe just the one for the injury to Hawar earlier on, but that will be 1 minute maximum, as there is just time for one last chance in the first half. Terrier closing in there on a whipped ball in. And Müller again showing great reactions. So it will be 1 minute of time added on, as I suspected. So it could be that this corner is the final action of the half. It's cleared by Germany. Waldschmidt not quite able to get there, though. And I'm sure that Stefan Kuntz very happy with the first 45, but slightly concerned at a few of the chances that his team have allowed France to have. But they are well on top in general and thoroughly deserve their 2-0 lead. It's been given to them by Öztunali early, pouncing on a mistake from France and rounding the goalkeeper to finish with ease. And then on 31 minutes, 2-0. As Mittelstedt tapped home the ball across goal from Henrichs. So the players going into the dressing room then join us in about 15 minutes or so for the second half.
For sure, and you have green.
Of course. Of course.
Blue one, you should.
Fest 3 Monate vor dem Start der Fußball-Europameisterschaft in Italien und San Marino. Also ich muss Ihnen sagen, es war eine sehr überzeugende erste Hälfte der deutschen U21. Mit einem extrem starken Beginn, dritte Minute gleich das 1:0 durch unsere Nummer 7, Levin Öztunali. Ja, und in der ersten Viertelstunde haben wir versucht mitzuzählen, was die wirklich großen Chancen angeht. Wir kamen auf insgesamt 4 Stück und da muss man schon sagen, da hatten die Franzosen Glück. Es hätte durchaus zu diesem Zeitpunkt nach 15 Minuten noch, es hätten noch mehr Tore fallen können, vielleicht sogar müssen. Das 1:0 also, und dann sind die Franzosen gekommen. Die hatten ihre starke Phase zwischen der 20. und 30. Minute, aber ohne Tor. Das fiel dann in der 31. für Deutschland, das 2:0 durch unsere Nummer 14, Maximilian Mittelstädt. Also, von diesem Moment an Deutschland wieder das Spiel voll im Griff. Und gerade jetzt in der Schlussphase der ersten Hälfte hatten die Deutschen noch einige gute Chancen, die aber ohne Verwertung blieben. Aber im Großen und Ganzen können wir uns nicht beschweren, 2:0. Wenn es jetzt in der zweiten Hälfte so weitergeht, mit noch ein paar mehr Toren auf unserer Seite, ja, dann können wir alle sehr zufrieden sein und sehr optimistisch gestimmt sein für die Europameisterschaft und auch für das Spiel am kommenden Dienstag auf der Insel gegen England. Also, ein toller Fußballabend, eine gute erste Hälfte unserer deutschen U21. Freuen wir uns gleich auf die zweite. Wir wünschen Ihnen viel Spaß.
Dancing
Die deutsche U21 Nationalmannschaft. Wir freuen uns auf die zweite Hälfte. Deutschland führt mit 2:0.
Welcome back then to the second half of this under-21 international friendly between Germany and France. It's Germany cruising at the moment, 2-0 up at half-time thanks to an early goal from Öztunali and a goal just after the half hour from Mittelstedt. They really have played well against France and they've got the 2-0 lead that they really deserve as well. As France had a flurry of chances midway through the half, but Germany just keeping them at arm's length as it was. And with better finishing and worse goalkeeping, you'd have to say, from Bernardoni, it could have been much, much worse for France. So as far as I know, no changes at half-time, which is rather surprising, as Bamba here goes storming forward from the kickoff for France and gets a second bite of the cherry and sends it just wide. Well, an early wake-up call there for Germany. As it looks as though France have got the grip between their teeth here to try and get back into this. Dembele, the man, just beating Baumgartel to the ball there. And in the end, it's just dragged wide. And now France have won themselves a free kick. This will be Aouar to deliver the ball in, and France, it looks as though their coach Rappel really has got into them at half-time. They are fully fired up for this one, and Germany are going to have to make sure they don't let this 2-goal lead slip here in this friendly. Even though it's not a competitive fixture, they would be very proud to take the win against France, as it is delivered in. And Müller had to react quickly there. Well, plenty of action at the start of this second half. It just evades everyone. And I think Müller was expecting a touch off Terrier, at least, who was closing in. Konate also there looking for the tap-in, but neither player touching it and had to react quickly. As it looks as though France here looking to play the ball forward as quickly as possible. As we see a lovely bit of defending there from Baumgartel. Diallo. And for Konate. And out to the right-hand side for Mukiele. And Bamba, and this is far, far better from the French. This is what we expected from them in the first half. A team with the talent that they have. Terrier with the hold-up play for Dembele, skipping forward, going down under the challenge of Baumgartel, but he's never going to get a penalty for that. Very, very hopeful from the Lyon youngster there. Now they're winning ball after ball in midfield here, France. And finally, Germany managed to get the ball out here. This is Waldschmidt out for Mittelstädt. The man who scored the second goal in that first half, as this has really been an all-action start to the second period. It's been great to see as we see a foul coming in there on Ikone and a yellow card just being flashed there for Neuhaus. He knew he was beaten, all ends up by the forward, just dragging him to the ground, not letting him get away on the break. There's the confirmation for Florian Neuhaus. I don't think he'll be too worried about, though, the Gladbach midfielder. As it looks as though Bamba and Dembele are looking to get into this game much more than they did in the first half. It's Diallo going forward, and I think there's an injury there for Germany. We'll just come back to that one as the ball is delivered in again from Bamba. I'm not sure who it was who's down in midfield. It looks as though it's Dahoud who's just down on his haunches at the moment. And another foul there from Amiri. And Ikone again, the man attracting the attentions of the German players. We're 5 minutes into the second half, and it's a little bit backs to the wall here for Germany. Maybe they wouldn't have expected this from France. So another opportunity here then for Ikone to play this in. Left-footed, and he's gone for goal, and it's in. That is absolutely tremendous. Well, he's caught Müller out there totally. Well, just a din around the ground here as Müller is beaten, all ends up. Everyone expecting the ball to the far stick, and instead Ikone sees a massive gap at the near post, and Müller just seemed unsure of where he was. He's completely lost the flight of the ball there, the debutant. And, well, it's now Germany 2, France 1. As the entertainment here continues. Well, how will Germany react to that? It's been a shaky start to the second half from them. France have been on top, and they've got the breakthrough here through Ikone. Terrific free kick to catch out the goalkeeper. And that's now 2-1. Let's have another look at it here. Well, he signals to deliver it over, and then suddenly, at the last minute, decides he's going to whip it in at that near post. And Muller ends up in the side netting. Oh, fantastic stuff from the forward there from Lille in Ligue 1. His first goal for the under-21s. And it's what France needed early on in this second half to get back into the match here, get themselves on the score sheet. More attacking play down the right-hand side. That's got Bamba interested. And should be cleared by Germany. It is. And that's this really a switch around from the first half. Now it's France who are dominating and pressing and not allowing the opponents out of their own half. But will they waste as many chances, I wonder, in this second half as Germany did in the first? They could easily have helped themselves to 4 or 5 goals, Germany. They bagged the 2. And France here have, just like Germany did in the first half, got an early goal. But can they get the leveller now, I wonder? As there's a foul out on that far side and another yellow card being shown for Henriks. Well, he had a swashbuckling first half, and they're just catching Terrier. But a great game here between two of the big guns in the international scene at this level. We're 10 minutes into the second half. It's flown by here in Essen. That's good work from Öztunali. That's more like it from Germany. Stefan Kunz will be very happy to see that kind of play again. That's what we saw more of in the first half. And he'll be very disappointed to have conceded that free kick from Ikone. There's a chance here, maybe to go bombing down the left. Instead, it turns into a counter-attack possibility for France here. The ball headed up into the air and out eventually for a corner. It was Meyer there getting to it. And another set piece to defend here for Germany, under all kinds of pressure at the moment from France. As it's delivered towards the far stick, this should be put back across goal by Diallo and easily gathered by Müller on that occasion. He read that one all the way. As we see Amiri there, all in. Oh, some cool play here, and it's just been caught out. Well, they can't allow themselves to sleep like that, Germany. I think it was Neuhaus who just allowed the ball to run through his legs there. Straight on it was Mukiele. Now this is Bamba with the corner delivery. well headed away by Ustunali. And more good pressing from the forward. Now Dahoud trying his best to get the ball away from France. Again, Mukiele. And that's lovely as he gets the return ball. Ikone has really come flying out of the dressing room, along with Bamba. And it's causing Germany all kinds of problems. 2-1 here in this friendly. As that will be easy for Konate to deal with. Getting it back to Bernardoni. And almost playing in Waldschmidt there. Bit of a loose pass back, but reacting well, the French team, to get it away, and they come storming down the field again here. This is Ballo-Touré. Out towards Terrier, and it breaks at the edge of the box almost for Ikone. Goodness me. This match balanced on a knife's edge at the moment. Next goal is of key importance, you got to think, as there's a little bit of space here for Germany finally, which is quickly closed off and illegally, says the referee. Well, another superb run forward there by Mittelstadt. And I think they're just trying to take the sting out of this game here at the moment, Germany. They've been under a lot of pressure in the opening 15 minutes of this second half. And standing over this is Ustunali. He's surely not going to shoot from there, as we can see plenty of German subs lined up to come on here imminently. I'd imagine France will do the same as well, as it's just touched on here for Ustunali. Can get the shot away. It's Dahoud instead. Little bit of a waste there from the German under-21s, gotta say. Should have at least got a shot in and tried to test the goalkeeper, but instead they were forced to pass the ball around. So the subs not being made yet. And this could completely change the complexion of the match in this second half. Germany look as though they're just rocking here. Maybe in need of fresh legs, fresh impetus, new ideas. Arnemeyer just getting the ball clear. Dahoud trying to hold off Aouar. And it falls to Ikone, who has been all over this second half. Look at him here, trying the Marseille turn, and that's the third yellow card of the game. Waldschmidt this time going into the book. He's coming in aggressively from behind there, having a couple of nibbles. So then, it looks as though the entire team is being changed. If the stadium announcer is to be believed, that could make things pretty tricky. Well, the first half then for those players, an excellent exhibition. And they've just struggled in the first 15 here. Let's see what this fresh team can do here. As there we see Ioha. He's on for his under-21 debut here. And Stefan Kuntz rolls the dice. So the likes of Anton Klunter, Stenzel, Uduokai, Löwen, Egerstein coming on. As Toussaint there getting involved in the game. As the run is on here for France again. So Uduokai with the ball in field here to Stenzel. Looks as though Mo Dahoud has stayed on for a little bit of experience for the rest coming on. As the ball is clipped out towards the right-hand side, that's Klunter. Always a challenge when teams make so many changes in a friendly to keep up with what has gone on. Well, 25 minutes to go. 25 minutes for Germany to hang on, you would think, as the ball is played up there towards Marco Richter, the Augsburg man. And pressure here from Stenzel, and he's gone down clutching his ankle there as Dembélé fires the ball towards goal. It's ended up in the back of the net, and that's 2-2. Wow. That came out of nothing. Well, it's just a simple ball into him, really. Winning it back. And then catching out Müller. Well, he might have caught Stenzel there. That could have been blown up as a foul against Dembélé. Maybe it's just taken a slight deflection there off of Anton. And so 2-2 then, and that's the chance for France now to make a raft of substitutions. As Mateta, the man who has Bundesliga experience with Mainz, is coming on, and Maxima is coming on for Bamba. So, new players then coming in the forward line for France, with Mateta, who has 2 goals in 4 appearances so far for the under-21s. And Saint-Maximin of Nice replacing the goal scorer Dembélé. And Jonathan Bamba. Well, they're coming on at a good time for their team. 2 to the good. Wow. We see Müller there. Again, just looking a little bit nervous there. And he's going to get involved again here, but he's got that clear very, very well this time. And the ball is played out wide right by Marco Richter. And now forward into the channel. Lovely stuff here. It must be free. And it's just sent wide. Well, it was Sabiri who had the chance in the end. And just touched away from him by Diallo, I think. Sorry, it was Klunter who was up there. And so a corner to come in here for Germany. It's flicked on at the near post and away by Konate. So there we see Saint-Maximin. As Germany here have let slip a 2-goal lead against France. They were leading 2-0 at half-time and cruising. Well, France getting back into it with an excellent performance in this second half. 20 minutes to go as we look for a winner. The last time these two played back in 2013 in a friendly, it was also a draw, but goalless on that occasion. As we see Sabiri just trying to construct something. Now Anton, maybe the ball flicking off him from Dembele to beat Müller in goal. This is Mo Dahoud. Looks as though he's going to get a long run out here. Udo Okai. And this is much, much better now from Germany. Faster play. Can they get the shot away here? It looks as though they will from distance. Just trying it there with Stenzel. And it looks as though we're going to have a great grandstand finish here between these two international teams. Stenzel is getting well involved on the ball as much as possible. Now infield for Sabiri. And the ball across, and it's just cut out by Diallo, showing all of his experience there before the ball could reach Ioha. Eggestein there in your picture, trying to open up this French team. Well, this truly has been a game of two halves. What a switch around from the first, when France just couldn't get near Germany really, except for a flurry of chances midway through the half. But here they go, looking to make it 3-2, and it's saved by Müller. Well, my word. It was Mateta who thought he could just flick the ball past his teammate at Mainz. Müller there. And the ball away there from Saint-Maximin. He didn't look too happy with it either. And it looks as though we're going to see more changes from France. So a raft of them from Stefan Kuntz for Germany. Changing almost the entire team. But for France, it's slowly but surely throughout the first 11 at the moment, as Aouar here tries to come forward, just taken out of it by Stenzel. Now help down the right-hand side for Eggestein of Werder Bremen. Well, it's been a terrific game of football, 2-2. Doesn't really tell the full story even, as both teams have had long periods of dominance in the game. We've seen some excellent goals as well. And it's been a great workout for both teams. I think the coaches have learnt a lot about their boys tonight. And indeed about each other. It's a lovely run forward, and Diallo just stepping in and getting there just in time, and helped out by Konate as well. It was Ioha who was just closing in on that ball. As we'll see another delivery in here from the number 21, Marco Richter. They need a good delivery. They need to test Bernardoni here in the second half. He's barely been involved, the French keeper. In the first half, he was stretched time and time again. As the ball is flicked on at the near post there by Uduokai. And we're going to see a triple change then. So Maxime Lopez. So then the other goalkeeper, Ikone, also coming off. He was excellent, especially in this second half, scoring that free kick. And now we're looking forward to seeing what Maxime Lopez is all about. The Marseille midfielder. Exciting up-and-coming young player. Almami Torre also coming on. He's an Eintracht Frankfurt player. You know a lot of these Germany players, of course. And the other player coming on, Jean Adelaide of Angers. So 15 minutes to impress. Here comes the first ball, bent in by Torre. As this has been a really great contest from start to finish. And I think for this final 15 minutes, they're going to go toe-to-toe, these two, looking for a winner. At the moment, you'd have to say that France are slightly on top. But Germany also looking dangerous whenever they come forward with this new-look team. And having said that, France have left on Terrier, who was stretching them even in the first half. So this could be real excitement coming in here. There's the ball just held up here by Sabiri. And on for Eggestein, and in fact he has to go back here to the captain Baumgartel and for Dahoud. Those two the only outfield players, as far as I know, who have stayed on from the first whistle. Now Anton. So here's Müller, who's been beaten twice in this second half by an Ikone free kick. And Dembele firing past him from just outside the box. We've got 12 minutes remaining in the game now. There's a chance here for Mateta to go forward, linking up with Saint-Maximin, who came on with him. And he's done really well, Saint-Maximin. He tries the pullback there. Forkran Adelaide. He was just too far behind him. Great idea from the flying winger, who had his head up all the way. Now here is Forkran Adelaide. And the ball clipped over, and that's a poor one there from Almami Torre. Getting right underneath it. And that's not testing the Germans. As it looks as though Guendouzi is going to come on here, the Arsenal midfielder. And Terrier going off. That will be a good sign for Germany. And Marcus Coco, the other player coming on. Toussaint also being withdrawn. So the stadium announcer getting well into the atmosphere here, saying it's been a terrific game so far, and he's not wrong. And just announcing just over 4,200 spectators here in Essen to catch this under-21 international. A fine turnout, a good atmosphere, and they've been treated to some fine football as well. It looked at half-time as if the home team were going to send them home happy, as they led by 2-0. The early goal from Ustenali, and in the goal just after the half hour from Mittelstedt, meaning at half-time it was 2-0. Much deserved, and they could have been even further in front if not for that goalkeeper, Paul Bernardoni, who had a wonderful first half performance to keep his team just in it. But in this second half, France have come roaring back at Germany. Also getting an early goal through Ikone, a free kick, just catching the goalkeeper Müller out with a really clever one at the near post rather than crossing it in. And then Dembele showing his quality to fire home past Müller from range. May have just caught a deflection, as there is a long deflection there from Dahoud, just ending up on the roof of the net. Well, it could have gone absolutely anywhere. As the goalkeeper struggling to get back there, but so corner to come in. And cleared initially by France, and here comes the player Saint-Maximin. Well, he's got to pass back to Diallo here, and Diallo has won that challenge. It looked uncomfortable for him, but striding forward as he is wont to do for Borussia Dortmund. And then his club teammate there, Mo Dahoud, coming in to stop him. You'll know all about those forays forward. Guendouzi, the Arsenal player signed from Paris Saint-Germain in the summer, settled quickly into Premier League life. There's a low ball in here. The header away by Anton. Nicely done. Got good distance on it. Just under pressure here. Dahoud from Guendouzi. Winning the free kick as well. 8 minutes to go. Are we going to see a winner in this game, or is it going to finish level between two of the big hitters? At the moment, not too much to separate from them. The game has rather calmed down here. As the ball is sent through for Mateta. Müller getting there first, though. As both sides showing us what they can do. As the ball is fed out wide left here for Udo-Okai. And Germany just calmly passing the ball around here. This is nicer from them. And they're trying to get Ioha involved as much as possible. Could they keep that in? Not quite there. Klünter. It was a difficult ball for him to take down. As here is that second goal from Dembele, and you can see that maybe Stenzel was caught by the forward, but play was allowed to go on. And he beat Müller there, just the strike deflecting maybe as the ball across there, just away from Mateta. It was Marcus Coco of Guingamp who tried to feed it into the box and just sliced rather off the side of his boot. Well, I think we're going to see chances at both ends before the evening is out here. Fantastic evening's entertainment thus far. Is there going to be a sting in the tail for either of these teams? As we can see, pressing coming in from Maxime Lopez. It's just calming it down here at the moment. Waldemar Anton of Hanover, struggling in the Bundesliga, but getting the call up still for the under-21s. And this is Ioha up to the right-hand side, and possibly a call for a penalty there. Klünter, but it looks as though it was a 50-50 challenge between him and Saint-Maximin. Maximin has gone down and looks to be the one who's got the brunt of the injury there. Well, not sure if that had gone to VAR, whether the referee may have been pointing to the spot. Certainly the Frenchman catching Klünter, but whether it was an accidental collision or not. And it looks as though he just may have twisted something in doing so. As his arm is getting the magic spray treatment. There's 4 minutes to go, plus any time added on this pause will be added at the end. Well, it couldn't have been a penalty. It was outside the box anyway, but you can see how uncomfortable that was for Saint-Maximin. As the fans just trying to push Germany forwards here for what would surely be a late winner. I think that Saint-Maximin will be allowed to continue. As France get the ball rolling again, this is Guendouzi. Out to Touré. Closed down so quickly there, and then he comes in with the interception and is striding down the right-hand side now. But that's a great recovery by Udo-Okai. And too strong in the challenge there in the end, Touré. You can see Saint-Maximin is in a lot of bandaging here around the elbow area. An uncomfortable landing, I think, more than anything. Coming in that challenge with Klünter. As now it's the time to stand up and be a hero here, even in a friendly. 2.5 minutes to go. As Eggestein just trying to lob it over the top, and Diallo completing the clearance there. Well, France seemed quite happy with the score draw, having come from 2 behind at half-time to level at 2-2. They've rather gone back into their shell here. As the shot does come in, the late one there from Sabiri, but coming off the wrong part of his foot there, I think, and swerving well wide. Stefan Kuntz, well, it's a roller coaster for him, really. That first half was terrific. Not much wrong with it at all. The second half, they were put under a lot of pressure by France. And in the end, they cracked. But they've had their moments as well in this second period to grab their third goal. I'm slightly disappointed they didn't open up a big cushion in that first half. So here comes Saint-Maximin again, as he strikes that with some venom. And it's Müller across to get it away. So out for another corner for France. More defensive work here for Germany to do in the final minute of the 90. There will be an in-swinger to try and test Müller again. It's flicked on, and desperate there by Diallo, but nowhere near the target for the Borussia Dortmund man. As I think we're going to have a similar case as in the first half, that the referee will blow up relatively early. We just had that bit of treatment for Saint-Maximin. And also those subs. There'll be a maximum of 2 minutes, I would imagine, added on at the end of this game, which has been terrific entertainment in Essen. I'd have to say a good result for both teams on reflection. Well, it's going to be 3 minutes of time added on. 3 minutes for someone to find a winner here, as we're deadlocked at 2-2. France coming back from 2 down at half-time, as they conceded 2 in the opening half hour or so to Germany. With Öztunali punishing an early error from Ballo-Touré on 3 minutes, and then on 31, Mittelstedt tapping home a tremendous ball across goal from Henrichs, who was fantastic in that first half, bombing up and down the right wing. And then in the second half, Müller just caught out by a really clever free kick by Ikone. Just bending it in at the near post rather than going for the far stick where the big men were lurking. A direct free kick there. There's an infringement in the penalty area there, and a free kick for France. And then midway through the second half, Dembele drew France level, as he managed to get the ball off Stenzel. Whether it was a free kick or not is up for debate. The referee didn't see it that way, though, and he was allowed to advance forward before firing past Müller. Looked as though it was just deflected off Anton to take it away from the keeper. And since then, both teams have just really gone for it. Klünter had a decent chance, but he was under pressure from Diallo. Mateta almost beat his club teammate Müller. Mo Dahoud's deflected strike was onto the roof of the net, and then we saw that shot a couple of minutes ago from Saint-Maximin, which Müller managed to get away. Well, we're into the final minute of stoppage time here. It looks as though it is going to end 2-2, unless There is really late drama in this friendly, as I think that France are just going to do enough to get the ball away here through Maxime Lopez. Saint-Maximin, now this is Lopez again, and the ball might break for Guendouzi. Doesn't take the strike on, instead he gets it out for Touré. Guendouzi again, stepping in the way, I think, rather. It was meant for Almami Touré. But a great workout for these two, and looking forward then to the next game for Germany, especially, which will be against England in Bournemouth in the south of England on the south coast on Tuesday night. That will be another really thrilling fixture and a really good test for the Germans as the referee blows the final whistle then, and it is 2-2. Germany leading 2-0 after 31 minutes. Will be disappointed to have drawn 2-2 there, despite the clever play from France in the second half. All kinds of pressure from them until they drew it level midway through the second half through Dembele there, as you can see. But a great game of football here in Essen. And, well, I hope you can join us for more of the same, hopefully, on Tuesday against England. Till then, from me, it is goodbye.
Die Frage ist, wer schubst dich? Aber das Spiel ist auf DVD, ja?
So, wir brauchen eine Jacke für Johannes Eggestein. Aber wir wollen natürlich mit dir ganz kurz über das Spiel sprechen. Johannes, grüß dich. Hallo. Wie hast du die zweite Halbzeit gesehen? Schade, dass ihr das 2-2 gekriegt habt, aber grundsätzlich war es ein gutes Spiel, oder?
Ja, ich glaube, für die Zuschauer war es ein sehr gutes Spiel. Haben, glaube ich, eine sehr gute erste Halbzeit auch gespielt. In der zweiten Halbzeit sind wir dann die ersten 20 Minuten nicht so richtig ins Spiel gekommen. Dagegen hat es aber auch sehr gut gemacht. Natürlich mit ihrer Dynamik und der Schnelligkeit ist dann auch schwer zu verteidigen, aber ich glaube, im Gesamten war es ein gutes Spiel.
Ihr wart ja in der ersten Hälfte, ihr habt einen unfassbaren Start. Ihr habt nach 3 Minuten 1-0 geführt und hattet Chancen für, ich weiß nicht, 3, 4 Tore in der ersten Hälfte. Hättet ihr da im Prinzip den Sack zumachen müssen?
Ja, ich glaube, 2-0 zur Halbzeit ist schon ein gutes Ergebnis gegen Frankreich. Natürlich kannst du noch ein drittes machen, aber ja, hat halt nicht so geklappt. Ich finde auch in der zweiten Halbzeit, als dann 2-2 stand, hatten wir noch die
Liebe Fußballfreunde, es wird Zeit für die Nationalhymne. Bitte erheben Sie sich jetzt. Wir starten mit unseren Gästen aus Frankreich.
Danke. Hey. Danke.
For sure, and you have green.
Of course.
Blue one.